Hi there, this is Jane here from Crystal Sparkles Readings. I'm just here to pop down a card for the day for us. We're using the black and white Faulkner deck. Just going to have a little shuffle of that. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got from the tarot cards today. Okay, so our card for the day is the Beautiful Sun card. Now, the Sun is really one of those cards where there's kind of no downside to the Sun card. It is, if you have a question in mind when you're doing a tarot reading or you're asking for a tarot reading, if you get the Sun, the answer is like a big fat yes, really. It's one of the few in the deck that gives you a very straight answer, gives you a very straight yes. It's about happiness, it's about joy, it's about kind of embracing that beautiful sunny energy. It's, in terms of a card for the day, basically, there's very little to be said. It's a really good day. So it's talking about you being able to get what you want, do what you want, enjoy yourself, have fun, all of that stuff, which is really, really good for us in terms of energy. And it's a really, really nice card for, you know, kind of just having a day where you just really feel good and you're really excited about things and you're just really happy and really joyful. It's a great card for manifesting. Let me just have a quick sip of my tea. Because, you know, as you know, the law of attraction is all about how you feel now, attracting what you bring in for your future. So a Sun card's saying if you feel good now, you're going to get more stuff that makes you feel good. So it's a really, really great, beautiful card. Lovely, sunny energy that it's got. It's really interesting today because now I don't see this very often. If you look at this card really, really closely, I don't know if you can see, it's almost got like a circle within a circle there. So it's got like a sun within a sun, or it's almost like it's got you know, a little bit of a light or a shade or a bit of an eclipse energy sort of going on. There's something there that I don't normally see. So that's kind of jumped out at me today. I think I've only ever really noticed that once before. To me, that is kind of saying is don't hide your light. Don't let anything eclipse you. Don't be willing and able and wanting to shine brightly. Don't allow anything or anyone to sort of get in the way of your happiness and joy today. So just enjoy the day. Be in that energy. Don't let what anybody else is doing bring you down. Because your energy is very, very sunny. So you don't need all of that stuff to bring you down. I'm just going to have a little shuffle with these Mystic Shaman Oracle cards again. Quite enjoying working with these. I've got to say, learning a lot of things, and this is a very interesting deck. I'm kind of really, really just getting to know it. I'm only scratching the surface really at the moment because these are really very deep cards, and the guidebook's really useful. It's really interesting as well. So I don't usually say that about guidebooks. So, you know, this is very different. Right, so I'm just going to pop this Oracle card down and see what we've got. Okay, the Smoky Mirror. I wonder what this is all about. Let's just have a little look. See, I'm really drawn to that sort of, sorry, messing about with the cards. I'm really kind of drawn to that halo effect around him. And you can see his shadow there as well. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look and see what the book says, and then we can kind of unpick it. I kind of feel like there's a little bit of mystery in that. And let's see what it says about the Smoky Mirror. If we can find it in the guidebook. Let's see. Okay, so Smoky Mirror. This is what it says is the essence of this card. The Smoky Mirror represents the aspects of what is implied but what cannot immediately be known in the world. The mystery. So this is definitely, there's something there that was mysterious, and I felt it, and this is what it is. Things come together. It's about how things come together and how they fall apart. The symbol also represents the shadow of the human psyche, the parts of the self that one disowns. The smoky mirror can also represent one's state of denial or an inability or refusal to see the truth. So, you know, it does talk about things that are kind of a little bit hidden, that we might hide about ourselves. And it's interesting that this sun has the hidden part of it in here as well that has come out today. So the invitation, because we're the right way up with this card, so we can actually have a look at it in terms of what it invites us to do. When the symbol of the smoky mirror appears, you're invited to see beyond your own self. Acknowledge that the past limits your current ability to perceive, and there is an interconnected world where events are orchestrated in divine order. Now is the time to trust, no matter what the current condition of your world reflects. In the hidden realms, all aspects of the human journey are celebrated. The beauty and the darkness, the misery and the courage. No matter where you are on your journey, know that some things are meant to be a mystery, which you are meant to understand only through experience. Take heart, for the smoky mirror will ultimately show you beauty and wonder once the fog lifts, once the fog lifts the distortion you see now. So this is all about kind of, sometimes we don't see things exactly as they are. Our perception of them is our perception of them might be not that good, when actually something is happening for our higher good. And later on, at a later date, you will actually see and be able to see much more clearly. This feels a lot of shadow work going on here. I've talked before about, you know, working with sort of Carl Jung's ideas of the shadow, and, you know, there are parts of ourselves that we may not really want to know, we may not want to accept. We may be ashamed of them. There's a lot of different aspects to our personality. So the shadow part of us, if we can learn about it and embrace it, makes us a whole person. You look at the sun, it's a whole. It's a circle, it's a whole. We had the circle yesterday. So these cards are all interconnected. You can see this circle around this guy's head. I mean, you can't see the bottom of it, but you can assume that it goes all the way around. There are lots of circles in here. This is about a continuous process, okay? Life goes around. It doesn't end. It just keeps going around. The sun is talking about letting your light shine. Smoky mirror is saying that, you know, there are things that you may not have a full picture of at the moment. But that's okay, because you will have that full picture in the end. And it will be enlightening for you once you have it. So really, really interesting cards today. There's a lot of reflection in there. You can see the reflection of the statue in the water. You can see his shadow behind him. There's an awful lot of reflection going on. So it might be a day where you feel like you need to reflect a little bit. It might be a day where you need to have a look at that other part of yourself that maybe you might not fully embrace. The fact that we've got this kind of eclipse effect on the sun here that's showing up today, what part of yourself might you be hiding? Allow yourself to show all of yourself, and then this can lead to happiness, clarity and joy. So that's how I feel that I'm reading those cards today. Looks like a really, really interesting day with some quite deep energy going on. So I will leave that with you for now. And I'll be back again tomorrow to do another card for the day. Hopefully these are starting to make a little bit of sense. Bit different to the usual card for the day information. Quite deep, actually, some of this work. So really hope it's kind of interesting for you as well. I'll put this up on my YouTube channel. Do leave a comment down below if you're finding the cards confusing or if you're finding them really interesting. I'm finding them really interesting, but that doesn't mean to say you have to. If you hate them, you feel free to let me know, and I'll work with some others for you. It's really interesting to know how you guys feel about them. I think they're really amazing, beautiful cards. But they are quite deep, so you know, some people like that, some people don't. I'll leave that with you. Thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye.